32 years. 32 years to be able to experience this thing that we call life. 32 years to be able to experience this dream. And what does it mean? And what does it all seem to bring together here in this moment? The wisdom of the heart, speaking truth through the medium of this art, and this opportunity to be able to say hello and to express the gratitude that I carry to each and every one of us for all the things that make us merry. Aloha, and welcome so much once again to another sunrise birthday message here that I'm recording on my birthday, of course, state the obvious. And today, July 18th, 2019, once again, making a routine, making a habit of being able to come out here into this field, into this place, to be able to share, to be able to reflect during this beautiful sunrise that happens to be slightly disguised within this beautiful misty morning. Check out that sunrise. Look how beautiful that is. Can't you see it? Can you see the sun shining even when you can't see its rays? Think about that. Some deep stuff right there. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, in all the previous years, many of you who have been like following my journey, you would have seen this. You would have seen me like coming out to this exact same field. I think I've done like 4 or 5 of these so far, these sunrise birthday messages, and each one it's like, yeah, the sun's rising, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then today is just like, wow, what a nice, calm, beautiful, somber, misty, cloudy, watery morning. And yet I like it just as much. Being a Cancerian, being a water element, being a water Pokemon. Is that what I am? Is that what we are? I like the fact that when I woke up, I knew the sun, like I knew it was gonna be like misty. I could already kind of tell. First thing, when I walked out my door, it wasn't entirely misty, and the first thing I saw was actually the full moon. And you can't see it now, but it would have been like over there. It was just kind of like, you know, the moon was just kind of like about to head down below the horizon. So I was just like, quick little like hello, salute to the moon. And yet, even though the fact that it was like super cloudy just gave me the opportunity to just be like, I'm just gonna like really just kind of like take things like nice and slow and quiet and just really enjoy the beautiful mist that is this morning. And these crazy bugs, I don't know if you can see them, probably not, but they're like dancing in helixes right there. I was filming them in slow-mo earlier. But again, just using this opportunity to be able to reflect, to be able to document this message, to be able to say thank you. Thank you, everyone watching this video. Today's gonna be a special day. In sync with my birthday, July 18th, it just so happens to be World Free Hugs Day. What are the odds? No, for those of you who know, you know that as of last year, we've just been doing this thing where it's like, yeah, let's just like make World Free Hugs Day the same day as my birthday. Let's just kind of like synchronize those things. Because again, you know, like in theme with my birthday, as much as I'm so grateful to be able to receive the blessings and the support that you have sent my way over these many years in this moment. In the same way, let's continue to like send those blessings out to anyone who needs them through the acts of free hugs, through the acts of compassion, through the acts of inspiration. And of course, doing it this year with the intention of it being Free Hugs Day and beyond. Hashtag free hugs forever. So for any of you watching this on July 18th or any day, absolutely seeing this as a call to action, a jump point, a portal for us to be able to do things like free hugs, to give out shift buttons if you got them, to do any sort of acts of kindness, to plant those seeds, to lead by example, to help be the bridge between worlds, to bring more magic into this realm. And so thank you. Thank you for your birthday blessings, for those of you who have been a part of this journey, who have been mirrors for me to be able to continue to share and learn who I am. And for me, that's been a big theme this year. Again, as I stare off into the sunrise, which I cannot see, yet I feel within my heart. I see the light within my heart. I see the sun rising within my heart. I think, isn't that always the message? Like, the reality is like, here's some beautiful sunrises. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. What does it look like when you can't see it? Can you still see it? Can you see it knowing that it sees you? Isn't that a trippy message? So again, look at that. Just look at that. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like, that's beautiful. Like, maybe if that sun was rising, maybe I wouldn't be paying attention to the beauty of something as simple as a tree in this misty morning, in this like mist of Avalon here. Yeah, I'm just like waiting for like Merlin to just kind of like walk out of the tree line or something and like give me some sort of mission or some sort of new gift or something like that. But again, the gifts are something that we receive every single day. And so for me to be able to reflect here on my birthday, one of the things that I'm grateful to be able to reflect upon is the idea that this year, by happenstance, I am turning 32, 1 year away from 33. Oh, wow. Like that's, man, looking forward to that one. As much as I am looking forward to this one, and someone very dear to me stated the obvious, and somehow I missed this. Somehow I wasn't paying attention to this. And she was like, yeah, 32. You're turning 32, and 32, aka 3 plus 2 equals 5, which is also your life path number. How cool is that? How incredibly synchronistic is that? How badass is that? And so as I turn 32, I allow myself to reflect on what it means to be the life path number 5. And I actually have like a little bit of like a thing that is written from a book here. And I want to be able to read it because again, I want to be able to use this as an opportunity to not only be able to invite myself to reflect more on who I am. What does it mean? What does it mean to be a 5? What does it mean to be a life path number 5? What does it mean to be Brendan? What does it mean to be here in this incarnation? And I think that's kind of the thing about life in general, is that over all of these years, it's about us learning who we are, noscite ipsum, and learning what we are here to do. Like every single tree, every single flower, every single bird, every single creature is here to be what it is. Like an oak tree is not meant to be a pine tree. A sunflower is not meant to be a daisy. You know? Like a bird cannot be a fish. And in the same way, a Brendan, a me cannot be anything other than me. And so who am I? Who are you? Is what I invite each of us to be able to reflect on. And so for me, just reflecting on that, like just riffing it, like who am I? Over these years, facilitating Paradigm Shift, building this project, showing up to answer this, to answer my own calling within my heart, to be able to help make a difference in the ways that I can, by bringing people together, by creating powerful story, by building tribe, by building community, by creating inspiration, by creating portals. This is what I've been doing over these many years, because this is simply what I've been called to do. This is simply what I am meant to do, something that a Brendan can do. And so just reflecting real quick, and then I'll get into the life path number 5 stuff, and then I'll probably just take another few moments here and then turn off the camera and just kind of wrap it up. And today's gonna be a really cool day, and I'll tell you why, because I got some like crazy synchronistic adventure lined up ahead of me that totally relates to the like free hugs and everything like that. It's crazy. I'll tell you about it in a second. But again, just reflecting on like, I've been doing Paradigm Shift for like 10 years. 10 years. A decade. 10 years. Like what? At the same time, it's like, that's a lot, but at the same time, it's like, that went by fast. I'll do another 10 years. Like, that's like, absolutely. Like that, man, like life is so weird. When you get older, it's just like, it feels like it's going by so quick sometimes. It's just like, you're this infinite being. Again, you know, like 32 going on infinite. We are these infinite beings. And we live and we live and we live and we live and we live. And by the time that we know it, suddenly we're like 40, 50, 60, 100, 150. And we're just like, that went by fast. Like that incarnation, like I'll do another one of those. Like that, give me another one of those. Give me another incarnation. As long as it is, it's just another blink. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the moments that are not here to last forever, that are transients, that are unfolding, that are here to be appreciated. And so just sharing real quickly the vision with Paradigm Shift, like what I still have ahead of me. It's interesting because like, even for myself, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm 32. When I was like 25, where did I think I would be when I would be 32? How much did I think I would have, you know, completed, so to speak? But the fact is that like, knowing that I've continued to show up and with honest effort in the best ways that I can, knowing that I'm still learning, I have completed everything I have meant to be completed up until this point, knowing that there's still so much more to complete. Because that's the feeling that I have. It's like, okay, I'm 32, but there's still so much more that I want to do. There's still so much more that I want to be able to create and share and bring into this reality. And I am super, super excited. The recent work that I've been putting into building through Paradigm Shift has been able to create a game, a platform, to be able to share powerful messages still ahead, and to be able to collectively document and archive this journey of consciousness unfolding and awakening to itself. Like, that is my goal. That is my objective. To not only be able to inspire people in the moment, to be able to document and archive that inspiration, to be able to create this meta story, to be able to create this ongoing, just like continued story that is made through the collective of our own stories. And so with Paradigm Shift, where I see it going in the future, I see it continuing to grow as a platform, as a network, as a broadcast, as a signal, as a community, as a team, as a tribe, as a story, inviting people to be a part, to see where they are within this story, because you are. Simply by watching this video, like, you are a part of the story. You are part of these shifting paradigms. If you're watching this video, it is by no mistake. You are here to like resonate with the frequency that I happen to be putting out. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the people that happen to resonate, that happen to be meant to cross paths, that happen to be here on this cosmic dance floor at the same time as me, to be able to share in this story together. And So I'm excited. I'm excited for where Paradigm Shift is going. Knowing that there's still so much more that I want to do, so much more that I am excited to do. Growing the network, nurturing the roots, planting more seeds, growing the forests, not just focusing on one tree, but growing the network of roots that connect all the trees, all the forests. Knowing that throughout the forest we will bear many fruits. That what we are doing today is creating a lasting impact, a lasting ripple. And so again, I thank you. I thank you for being a part of this story. I thank you for watching this. Those of you watching this in the future, I'm recording this live on Instagram, but I'm gonna re-upload it, of course, to Facebook and YouTube and all that. So thank you wherever you're watching this. And so today, just to be able to share with you some excitement, and of course, shout out before I get even deeper, shout out to everyone who's allowed me to be where I am, to be in this place of blessings. As I see a little bird flying through the mist. Thank you to my mother, my father. Thank you to Dallin. Thank you to Shelby. To all the spirits of my ancestors, my grandfathers, my grandmothers, my brothers, my sisters, my family, my tribe. To the guardians that stand around us in the forms of the trees, to the spirits that constantly have their hands on our shoulders supporting us along this quest as we continue to learn who we are, so that we can show up in the blessings of being able to embody that. It's now that you know who you are, play with it, play with that game, play that instrument. And so today, I'm gonna explain to you what's actually happening today. So today, July 18th, 2019, synchronistically yesterday, I only found this out yesterday, in Toronto. I'm in London, Ontario. Toronto's a couple hours away. There's a woman who's gonna be there, and her name is Amma, and she is known as the Hugging Saint. Many of you are probably already well aware of who she is. And she is holding an event in Toronto. And so my friend, Oliver, who's coming from Montreal, and he's very much another free hugger, he's going. And I heard about this and I'm okay. All I have to do is get a bus ticket. I can do this. I can go down to Toronto. I can document this event. I can experience this. I can experience the synchronized joy of being able to spend World Free Hugs Day in the presence of the Hugging Saint and a big crowd of people who are also very much fans of hugging and compassion and changing the world and shifting paradigms. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be documenting this through Instagram for people to be able to tune in. And I'm gonna be keeping this footage and editing it together later, creating some sort of documentation, a shift entry, to be able to share in this journey, to share the inspiration, doing free hugs in downtown Toronto. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited about the synchronicity of that. And so I just wanted to be able to let you know that that is one part of my day today. And so even though this day it begins with a sunrise, but it begins with an invisible sunrise. It's not invisible, it's still there. You just have to see it. Energetically, I'm still being hit by sun rays right now. Can you see with sight beyond sight? And so that's something that I'm very, very excited to do. As I just stand up, I'm just going to share with you a little bit of information in terms of what it means, going back to this idea of a life path number 5. And life path numbers, for those of you who aren't familiar, you take the birth dates, all of the numbers from your birth date, you combine them together and you reduce it down to a single digit. Sometimes it's 2 digits. And then from that, there's patterns that relate to that. So for myself, I am a number 5. I am a life path number 5. July 18th, 1987, breaks down, becomes to 5. What does it mean to be a 5? 5 stands between 1 and 9. It is right in the middle. It is right in the middle of this pillar, these pillars. And so what does it mean? So again, as I reflect on the fact that I am turning 32 in resonance with my life path number 5, this is an invitation this year, 2020 being like a huge year on the horizon. I've always felt that. I'm like, 2020 is going to be a big year, because in 2020 I'll be turning 33. And in 2020 I have this like vision that like paradigm shift will continue to just like really be just like this like known beacon throughout like the culture, throughout community, throughout the social media networks, helping uplift and share and serve as a central platform to document and broadcast the content and the creations and the inspiration of many of us, to be able to be that fireplace that brings us together, and to be able to be that like rock that we stand on to share our stories and to document and archive, so that in 100 years the aliens will be able to visit our website and be like, oh, so this is how the shift took place, this is what happened, here it is, we can see it in this timeline. And so being a 5, I just want to be able to read from you, to invite you to just be able to be like, okay, cool, this helps you understand a little bit more of who I am here to be. So just going to share this, and then we're going to wrap this part of the video up. So thank you again for being here, for all your blessings, just for your presence, for your love, for your support. Thank you so much. 5, life path. You have a great magnetism and charm, which make you very attractive. When you feel fulfilled and happy, your enthusiasm makes you irresistible, and you naturally become the center of attention in any gathering or group. So again, as I'm sharing this, you can just kind of go ahead and just kind of listen, just be like, oh, that sounds like what you do, Brendan. So again, it's like I invite all of us to just kind of like be in resonance with like what we are here to do. And not to say that like anything I'm saying can't be you too, because the fact is that as much as I am a 5, I am also a 1 through 9, but the 5 is kind of like the jump points. It is like the prime resonance from which all other resonance expand from, in the same way that yours is going to be a slightly different resonance. We come in as one thing to learn how to be everything. Same with the zodiacs. Connection is one of your key themes. Connecting via voice, internet, writing, publishing, video, radio, television, film, the arts. Oh, really? Does that sound familiar? A little bit. You are some kind, you use some kind of media to meet others, gather information, and share your message. Yeah? That sounds about right. All with the goal of helping bring people together. 5 governs groups or crowds of people, making you an adept social networker as well as a performer, writer, or speaker. You enjoy big crowds. The gift of connection also makes you a wonderful salesperson. You can sell ice to an Eskimo, as long as you passionately believe it to be of value. The persuasive power of your natural charm aligns you magically with anyone who experiences your words, music, art, and message. And again, just kind of like listening to this, I'm just like, okay, that's what I can do. That's who I am. Let's do more of that. Let's use more of that. Let's use more of like my natural abilities to bring people together and to use my voice and my charm. I like charm because it like reminds me of like magic charms. It just reminds me of like Merlin. It's like, here's my charms. That was a charm right there. Just charmed you. Okay. All right. Going back here. This persuasive power of your natural charm aligns you magically, it literally says magically, with anyone who experiences your words, music, art, and message. The 5 vibration is very alert and bright. Not much escapes your notice. You have an innate connection to your surroundings that makes you extremely fine-tuned, noticing everything in great detail. Other key words for a 5 are change and freedom. You are very adaptable and thrive when there is movement. Stagnation and boredom are your greatest fears. You are the intrepid adventurer and enjoy travel and anything that opens your heart and mind to new things and ideas. And cultures. Being fearless is something you naturally teach others just by the virtue of who you are. like, haven't I literally like put up multiple posts talking exactly about that? Being fearless is something you naturally teach others just by the virtue of being who you are. Like, that sounds like something Mystic Spider-Man would say, if I'm not mistaken. So being so engaged in the moment makes you flexible and versatile, which delights not only you but others who come into contact with you. You win people over with your irresistible charm and wit, making you popular in general and helping you personally create the momentum to bring you your divine gifts to a greater audience. And like, honestly, like that's a big thing. Like, that's a big part of my journey, you know, like growing up through high school. Like, I was always, you know, people got along with me. I was always kind of like this, like, again, I was like a shifter even in high school, because I was like very much like, I was the athletic kid, but I was also the art kid and also the drama kid, and also like hung out with the nerds and hung out with like some of the cool kids. And so like that idea that for me, being personable, being someone who's like friendly, being someone who's like got a smile, hey, you got one too. As much as I'm just like, oh, this is awesome, people get along with me, I'm like, this is awesome, people are paying attention to the natural vibration that I exude. Let's use this attention to put forth powerful messages. Let's just not do this, because this is not just like, again, popularity and success are two different things. I could just like ask you to be like, yeah, guys, let's just like, okay, like, let's just hang out and be popular together. Or let's cultivate this popularity to create a meaningful impact, to allow like the fact that people are naturally gravitated to me as a 5, as a leader, to be something that I see as like a thing of service, a thing of like duty, of humility, that it's just like the universe is just like, hey, Brendan, 100 people are going to pay attention to what you're going to say. What are you going to say? And so that's a big part of my life. That's a big part that I reflect on, where it's like, again, that happens, but at the same time, I'm putting myself in those situations. You've seen that. I'm the one who's like making broadcasts. I'm the one who's, you know, making full-length movies and videos and stuff like that. But as you've come to see, it's the idea that through you watching me, I want you to be able to see yourself. Like, I am a mirror, as more and more of us are really beginning to come aware of. And the fact that if you're watching this video, like, you're probably someone who's like already been going through their own spiritual journey and awakening. But the fact is, there are millions and millions of other people out there who have not really had that experience of having somebody who might be a mirror for them to be able to see those deeper parts of their own spiritual reality. And so, like, in the same way, I know I can be that. We are being that together. You know, like, we are not just literally here to just like talk to preach to the choir, so to speak, right? Like, I could tell you guys and be like, hey guys, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. Like, I could literally just like make that my message every single day, right? But you know that. We need to find the people who don't. We need to find the people who haven't remembered that, and to make it our mission, our objective, our duty, our responsibility to get our message out there, to reach those people. So that is why, like, again, like, as much as people are paying attention to me, I'm like, oh, shift. I guess that means that I have to lead by example. I guess that means that I have to be a good role model. What do I want to model? What do I want to be? And so again, for myself, I choose to be a shifter. I choose to be a light guardian. I choose to embody an ancient archetype that is here today in a way that all of us can be. A shifter is someone who is intentionally helping assist with the shift in consciousness through acts of creativity and compassion. A shifter is someone who's like going out and skateboarding downtown and doing free hugs. You don't have to have a skateboard, that's optional. A shifter is someone who's constantly growing, learning, who is making it their mission to go out of their way to be the bridge between mainstream culture and spiritual wisdom, to change the world with our art. And so that is what I do. That is naturally what I am called to do. And I wouldn't be Brendan if I wasn't doing that. I wouldn't be living to my potential. I wouldn't be fulfilling my destiny. So what is my destiny? My destiny, whether I like it or not, but I do like it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the journey of this experience that we get to share. Like, man, I'm just super grateful. Like, there's like bigger parts of the story that I'm like, oh, it's like sometimes like when you ever have those moments and you just kind of step back and you're just like, whoa, like life is like just, oh man, it's so beautiful. So it's like, where do I sit within this like bigger picture? How many lives have I changed already? How many lives will I continue to change simply by showing up? Simply by continuing to be in this place of passion, devotion, creativity, inspiration, leadership, mentorship, mirroring, coaching, leading, cultivating. So I'm just going to keep reading this. I feel like this broadcast is like, it's like an hour long probably. Thank you for everyone joining in on Instagram. I can see you guys, but I know I'm sideways right now. That's because I have to record it this way because I'm going to edit it later and stuff, but I haven't read your messages, but I'll do that at some point. Awesome. Thank you for the hugs, guys. Appreciate it. So let me just keep reading here. Again, this is me reading a bit about my life path number 5, what it means, and how this is, again, me turning 32, 3-2, 5. This is about the year where I'm like, what does it mean to be me? And how can I do that? And how can I get ready to be 33? Because like, that's what, oh man, like, oh, that's what I'm saying. Like all of where I've been, like 33 is kind of like, I want to really be dialed in. I am dialed in now as I continue to dial in, but 33 is going to be that year where it's just like, yes, milestone accomplished, objective of reach. So there's still work to be done. And the work to be done is to be able to come into alignment with who I am as a 5 in this age of 32. The freedom of movement is integral to your life. You may change where you live, travel, or wander all over the world looking for inspiration and excitement. You also can change your mind, sometimes abruptly from one moment to the next. Oscillation is the nature of 5. Also, due to your restless, adventurous nature, you need to feel your imagination engage. Situation of all your senses is an important factor in your well-being. The excitement factor shows your ability to dazzle your brilliance. Applause and accolades are natural byproducts for you when you live at your highest vibrational frequency. And again, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's just like, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to be me, but by being me, I want to be a beacon to inspire others. So like, if me coming out here and just being like, yeah, life, yeah, inspires you, then like, awesome. Please feel free to send your applause and let your applause be another way for you being like, yes, Brendan, thanks for showing up. I'm showing up too. We're showing up together. So thanks for showing up together is my message. So let's like have fun and be weird together, right? So then we can inspire others, again, simply by our ability to be that, inspires others to be that too. There are those who have yet to see the greatness within themselves. We allow them to see that greatness within ourselves by exuding the greatness of ourselves. Your personality is vivacious. Is that true, guys? Am I vivacious? Due to your alignment to subtle energetics, you have a great sensitivity for beautiful things, both artistic and intellectual. That is very true. Like, again, especially as like a water sign, like not only am I just a 5, like the fact that I'm like a water 5, like again, it's very like emotionally subtle, shifty, flowy, sensitive, emotional. Like, I'm glad I'm like a 5 water sign. Exactly. I'm exactly who I need to be what I came here to do. Just be aware that you tend to keep from emotionally engaging with ideas or people, and this can lead to an indifference about your relationships. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Sometimes I go inside my shell. That's true. I'm a crab. As a 5 person, you are an agent of change for others. Like, literally, like that's, again, we all are, but like it's just the fact that it's like literally saying that as 5. As a 5, you're an agent of change for others. Again, you're an instigator, you're a shifter, you're a light guardian. Your enthusiasm and daring exhibit a wonderful zest for life. It's as if you never grow up and have a radiant mind of a child in your heart throughout your life. I'm sure there are those of you who would agree to that, who would say that, just be like, oh yeah, like I've seen that in you, Brendan. Like, one of the things I enjoy about you is your kind of like childlike energy, your childlike presence. And again, like, it's like finding that balance between like being in that place of like seeing the world through the eyes of that childlike wonder and awe, which again is something super, super important, something that we never have to lose. but then also like being in that place of just like stoicness and stewardship and leadership and confidence and maturity and growth. And so like that's where, again, like as a 5, like I want to be that beacon between like, hey, we can still be childlike and see through the eyes of a child and have that wonder and awe and joy and playfulness being such a key thing. And yet at the same time, we can be responsible, mature, articulate, precise, and just like devoted and responsible. All of that. So again, from like 1 to 9, 5 rests in the middle, being the balance, so that we can manifest that balance within us. Your willingness to experience all that the world has to offer in every facet of human experience is both inspirational and motivational. Due to your natural versatility and openness, setbacks don't affect you for long. You are able to rebound quickly and move on, living so beautifully in the present moment. 5 encompasses the whole human experience, all 5 senses and all contradictions as well. Whether you are wherever you are, something is quote unquote happening, something is moving. Your love life, adventure, and liberty. You thrive to experience, vibrate, and live to your fullest capacity. The pivot point aspect of your number also indicates that you may fluctuate from feeling totally exalted to profoundly down for seemingly for no reason, except that others just don't understand how intensely you experience life, and that you thus need time to adjust. Your approach is one of total immersion, taking in the obvious and all subtleties at once. Others around you may not be as tuned into the subtle energies that you pick up on, but it is this full immersion experience that delights and inspires you the most. So there we go. So that's, again, just like a bit of information that's from a book that I synchronistically was like reading from the bookstore the other day. And again, just like really feeling that, really just reminding myself of like, what is this blueprint that I am embodying simply by being me, simply by being Brendan? And how can I do that to the best of my ability? That is my intention, not just for my own experience, but for the benefit of others, so that we can continue to grow, so that we can continue to learn, so that this message, this song for the soul, can be heard, so that we can continue to dance and play together, so that we can enjoy these invisible sunrises together. Look how beautiful that sunrise is. Like, look at it. Look how beautiful that is. Like, seriously. All that like water just floating through the sky right now, just like surrounded in this misty water. So beautiful. Speaking of water. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video and I'm going to get on with what I still got planned for the rest of my day. Again, going down to Toronto. I'll be doing some more live broadcasts, so if you're watching this in the future, stay tuned and you'll be able to like come along for a part of the journey. And as we finish this here, oh, can you hear the sound of your heart? Can you feel the love of this art? Can you see the mist in the trees? Can you see the sunrise in me? And you too. The songs of our heart shine through this art. Like trees, we are strong as we nurture this song. So rise up together, rise up and weather this gift in this moment, for yours is to own this. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, for being a part of this journey. all of my friends, families, ancestors, guardians. Thank you, Brendan. Like as I talk to myself in some sort of weird third person perspective, which is seriously really helpful. Like, thank you, Brendan, for showing up, for continuously putting your message out there, for doing the work in front of and behind the scenes to be able to create the story so that more can see the magic that has always been, the truth that shines through, the light that is not always seen yet is always felt and can always be heard as we listen to the sounds of our hearts and this world. The magic shines through the sight beyond sight, as we hear the conversation of this unfolding light. And so as I turn 32, as the gifts continue to unfold, every day is a blessing as we grow infinitely old, to be infinitely young, to allow ourselves to shine like the sun. And so I thank you for being here on this journey and remembrance as one. Awesome. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for watching this video. This is Brendan. You're watching me broadcast this through the magic of technology to be able to share our stories together. And here we are once again, getting dizzy in a field, kicking butt, shifting paradigms, still got plenty more things still ahead. Lots of adventures on the horizon. Every day is a gift. Every day is a blessing. Happy birthday to you, wherever you are, whenever you are, sending all the blessings right back to you as well. Thank you for being born. Thank you for coming into this incarnation. Thank you for showing up embodied to be able to help make a difference in this world so that others can experience the majesty of this dream and help more do the same. Aloha. I am, we are, love is infinite. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Brendan, aka Wolf Shield, aka Prince Wolf Shield. If you heard my broadcast last year, you know what I'm talking about. Aka Skull Babylon, aka Mystic Spider-Man, aka one person in a bigger story. Mirrors upon infinite mirrors. Thank you. Keep it shifty. I'll see you in the future. Much love. Happy birthday. I love you.